So you're excited. You got your new iPhone, you're ready to shoot, you bring in the source file, it looks amazing, and then you want to edit it in Premiere, and you get this problem. Everything's completely blown out. You don't know what to do. We're going to give you a couple solves for it, and we're going to give you what I think is the best option. Your first option is just to change the sequence settings. You can do that by selecting a file. I'll go with the original settings. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go into sequence settings. Then we're going to move on into color space. So this is the main problem, Rec 21 HGL. You can shift that over into 720 and hit OK. It's going to give you this notification and boom, it takes away some of the issue. I'm going to go ahead and undo that because I want you to see the original. And this is a sequence to where I set the sequence settings to Rec 709. There's a much better way to do this. As you saw, when we do edit the sequence settings, there's only three options. 21 PQ doesn't do anything. You already know that 2100 HLG is going to be blown out, and you know that 709 makes it a little bit better. Your other option is to attach or grab the footage directly, and then you're going to modify, you're going to interpret footage, you're going to go to color, and then you're going to set it. You can see this one is set to Rec 709, but I have another one that is set to Rec 2020. So I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to get out of here. You can see the Rec 709 is here. You can see the Rec 2020 is here. So if we check this out, I'm just going to move along. This is a screenshot from the actual source file. It looks really good. Great dynamic range, etc., etc. Super happy with it. And you're hoping that this is what it's going to look like in Premiere. Then you get this. All right, we already know that's not great. And then you move on to Rec 709. Not much better. Then you move to Rec 2020. This is what I think is your best option. But, please be aware, it's a big bummer, and I hope Adobe has an update to fix it, because if we go to the original footage and what it's supposed to look like, it just looks way better. Anyways, right now, Rec 2020 looks like your best option. It will not match your source footage, but it will not be as bad as what it looks like when it's completely blown out. If you love using an iPhone or you get iPhone footage a lot, you're probably wondering, how can I avoid this? And I'll show you that real quick as well. So when you're shooting with your iPhone, if you go into formats like camera, formats, stuff like that, you have high efficiency and you have most compatible. Most compatible is what you want. For example, I believe I have a most compatible clip right here of Ollie again. He's very tired, but the point is I click on it. This is what the source footage looks like, and I drag it into its own sequence, and I open that up, and there's not a difference. If you have it on high efficiency, this will immediately create those blown out problems. And there's a little note, so make sure to read. They're kind of trying to give you a heads up. With high efficiency, it's going to be HEIF or HEVC format. There's also some issues with S-Log if you shoot with a Sony, but the big thing is if you're trying to go 4K at 60, what you don't know is that it will automatically click you into high efficiency. So even if you have that most compatible checked, the second that you move into 4K, 60, and things like that, you're going to go into high efficiency. You're going to have that blown out issue. If you're a content creator and you're sending things out to an agency because you have a sponsorship deal or anything else like that, and you decide to switch over to 4K, 60K, you're going to have that problem. It's not going to match with any other footage that you have with most compatible and everything else. I hope this helps out. It's caused me some issues, and I'm sharing with you the best solve that I have. But if you are an agency or you work with one, this is something to be aware of, because a lot of people are using Adobe and a lot of people have iPhones. So hope it helps. Thanks. Bonus tip, not that you asked for it, the Reels safe areas. It's 220 from the top, 420 from the bottom, and then on each sides it's 35. A lot of people forget about the sides. Don't forget about the sides. Otherwise, you put stuff off and it gets cropped off the side.